Welcome to the mechanics of breathing. Let's get to it. The first thing that you want to be focused on is your body. Your body is your instrument when you're a singer, and we tend to store energy or get blocked energy in our joints. So the first thing you want to be aware of is, where are you holding energy? A lot of people hold it in their jaw, their neck and shoulders, their hips. So you just want to take a few minutes to loosen those areas up, and more than anything, to become conscious of how you're feeling in your body. So it will change on any given day, and taking the time, it's like 30 seconds to 2 minutes is a small amount of time, but if you just dive into practicing without taking this step, you can waste a lot of your time. So you want all of your practicing to be conscious. So the first step is always bring yourself into your breath. Breathing is at the root of all singing. So no matter what style, we want to be conscious of the breath. So before we start, just do that. Just watch your breath. Close your eyes if it helps you. Notice the breath coming in and the breath coming out. What kind of quality breath are you experiencing? Is it possible to slow that breath down a little bit? Is it possible to make that exhale a little longer? Let go of what you've been thinking about. Let go of your plans of where you're going after this practice, and just allow yourself to be in the moment, to feel your body, and to touch base with how things are going. Mentally say to yourself, let go of my day. Say it out loud if you want to. Just, I'm giving myself this 10 minutes, this 45 minutes, however long you're going to do it, to sing, to focus on my singing and to give myself a technical workout. So bring your awareness inward. For a lot of people, it helps if you close your eyes. Become aware of your breath and try to stand or sit in a way where your body is very balanced and you're not working hard to keep your body upright. So if you know anything about yoga, get into mountain pose. If you don't know about yoga, mountain pose is quite simply standing in the most effortless way you can, so that the body is working the least to keep itself upright. So mechanically, from your feet right up to your head, you want to be aware and engaged. So let's start with the feet. You want to feel the soles of the feet touching your shoes or your socks or the floor, whatever you're standing on, and just drop your awareness and your attention into your feet. Notice how they're feeling, if there's any tension, or maybe they're totally loose and relaxed. Shift your energy side to side and start bringing your focus to the ankles and the knees. So ankles and knees, ankles and knees. Is there any tension there? Loose, relaxed, fluid energy moving freely from the feet right through those joints, through the knees, and then up to the hips. So just shifting side to side, we're already warming up those three joints. With the hips, most of us carry a significant amount of blocked energy in our hips. So we really want to try to loosen the hips and stretch out the muscles around the hips. So a good one is just doing hip circles. And these hip circles have been around for decades and decades as great ways to get up and increase your energy, move your energy. So going side to side and really letting your body lead in whatever direction you need to. So you may find one side is looser than the other side. One side feels freer. So if you have an area of section that feels stuck, you want to spend more time with that. As you move up into your body, the next joints we're looking at are the shoulders. So the hips and shoulders are the big joints where we tend to get blocked energy. So really working those hips, working the shoulders. So bringing the shoulders up. You can try the exercise where you squeeze and physically pull the shoulders down with an audible sigh. Hearing the audible sigh really helps to release as well. So bringing those two exercises together, breathing in and exhale, is really an awesome way to loosen the shoulders. I like to take it a step further and really make sure that I can move a full circle with my shoulder. So depending on your body and whether or not this is comfortable, just choose what works for you. But working with full circles right around, backwards and then forwards, a few circles each direction, and just checking in how that feels. Is it stiff? Is it flowing freely? Try the other side. Back a few times, forward a few times, and just noticing if one side feels freer than the other. If it does, go back to the other side. You want to try to get balance. Balance in the body, balance in the hips, balance in the shoulders. Our hips and our jaws are really closely connected in terms of energy. So often if you have tight hips, you'll also have a tight jaw. So massaging your jaw, making sure your jaw can be nice and loose and open. Your jaw is a hinge joint, so you want to make sure that it's loose enough that you can just release it, drop it from the top of the hinge. Just practice doing that a few times. These are all the areas that we will need our body to work with our warm-ups and our exercises. So wrists and elbows. So a great one for wrists is just rolling your wrists out in front of you, one direction and then the other direction. And in doing this, you're also getting a little bit of loosening of the elbows. You can just also shake out your wrists. But I like this one, loosening of the elbows, and then you can take this one also is great for fingers, and then just dropping it down, loosening from the shoulder down. So you've got loose elbow, loose wrist, loose fingers, and then other side. And you can even do this right around in the circle. We used to do this with our swimming training. So nice, loose, relaxed joints all the way around. So the only other thing we need to now focus on is the neck and the vertebra. So keep in mind the vertebra is an S shape, natural curve. So what we don't want is sergeant major tension in the body, chest open. This is not, stiffness is not what we want as singers. So we need the body to be fluid. So we want definitely the heart to be up and open, but we need to come to it from a place of relaxation. So work with the body's natural curves. So we know we have an S shape. So think of that bottom of the tailbone and imagine that you have a tail like a kangaroo that's rooting down. So you can use your two legs and then your tail like a tripod. And that will just bring your weight a little bit back more into your heels. So, and a sense of pressing down in your feet, grounding the lower energy down like the tripod so that you can lift up through the spine. Imagine you're creating little bits of space in between each vertebra. Imagine the shape of the spine, the S shape, coming up to the curve in the neck here. And the curve does not end at the base of the skull. It continues up into your head right behind your eye sockets. So think of your cranium like a bobblehead, and you're balancing this cranium on top of this curved top of the vertebra. So from there, your weight is a little bit further back in your heels, and you are trying to have a sense of upward lift as well as the downward grounding. So imagine you're wearing a basket full of heavy fruit and you're going to carry it across miles and miles of land. So in that pressing up into the basket, that helps to give the neck a lift and the sense that the spine is being pulled in both directions. So from here, now we want to focus on the breath. Now your body is ready to engage in the vocal exercises and really working on the subtle body energies of how to produce sound. So from here, we will move on to the rose breath.
breathe it out.